get a walk and I'm blessed. See the love of God on my flex, I'm so blessed. 20K just on my chain, say less. Pop tags every day to get dressed, so blessed. Been through the storm and the rain, still blessed. Had a couple heartaches and pain, still blessed. Handle the pressure from fame, still blessed. God called my name, so blessed.
Yes, sir, I'm blessed, don't play boy, cause I got it mad. Tailor made just for this fit, I'm gon' cut the slack. I'm the man, good hearted shorty with me acting bad. Shout out to mans that done tightened up since they became a dad. Shout out to me.
Welcome back to another episode of the Cobain Report. I am Rock Cobain. This is
Female.
Caesar's out of town, but guess who's home?
She's here again.
Gigi is here with us, our season regular. Today we have two awesome guests. I am not going to waste time because we need all the time for both of these women, okay? T-Mail, go ahead and get them intros.
All right, we are in the presence of a queen, born and raised on the west side of Detroit. A gospel heavyweight who is the lead member of a super quartet. Akita Steen and Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Akita Steen.
Yeah! Welcome to the report!
And we have another special gospel queen here. And another songstress in the gospel world. You might see her in Jesus sandals. You can check her projects out. You can check her projects out. Revival Part 1 and The Well. The one and the only, Kara Daffin.
Yeah, Kara! Kara, welcome to the Cobain Report.
What's up? I'm excited to be here. I love this.
I'm so glad to have both of you guys here. Two women who mean a lot to me. I've grown up with both of them in different ways individually. I went to middle school, Joy Middle School with Kara. And she...
On the east side.
East side, baby. Say no.
They trying to clown me because I'm west side. Just a little bit. I just said I'm west so sorry. Side the best side.
And she... You get the first X of the day.
Y'all all gonna bang up on me.
He a West Sider though.
Love you.
He East Side, West Side.
I like the west side.
No, I'm split.
He from the East Side, but lived in the West, Southfield majority.
Yeah.
So listen,
Southfield is East Side.
like I was saying,
girl,
I went to school with Kara, and she was a very talented person while we were in middle school. She did modern dance, and she really was one of the leaders of the modern dance. So I remember all of this growing up and watching her transition into where she is now, Akita Steen Smith. I grew up with in church, watching her with her father and her legacy and her family, watching her serve and watching her work with her father throughout the years. I remember being probably in my early 20s going over there and saying, Walter Allen Steen, tear up the East Side.
Calvary. Come on. Calvary.
All right, so we have two legendary women who mean a lot to me, and that's why they are on the Cobain Report. You know, I bring only special guests. You don't have to be the biggest guest, but you have to be special. You feel me? So we are in the room with greatness today. We're going to go ahead and let T-Mail get into it because I know he keep looking over here. I feel like he burning my face. Go ahead with your conversation.
No, so we're gonna get started. And you said...
Kira,
I said it wrong. So sorry.
It's okay.
You said... So Kira, tell us, how did you go about getting started in the gospel music? You know, what were you doing before, and what led you into doing gospel music?
Oh, I actually wasn't interested in I've sang all my life with my family, with my sisters. I grew up in rehearsals. You know, my mom sang, but singing wasn't my first love at first. I used to be terrified, petrified to sing in front of people. So I would do things like dancing and trying to be in plays and do other things to kind of scratch that creative itch. But I think I'm a PK too. So once my parents started a church, and you know how it go, you gonna lead worship, you gonna clean the bathroom, you gonna pick up mother so-and-so, you gonna do everything. Yes. And this one particular Sunday, somebody couldn't make it, and I ended up leading worship. And I was just like, oh man, that was something I didn't expect to love, you know. Yeah. It caught me off guard. I've always loved singing. I always loved writing, but I didn't care to be in the forefront of all of those things. I'm like,
that worship got a hold to that.
It got a hold of me. I was like, this is kind of crazy.
Worship got a hold to that sister.
You are crazy.
It happened to me before. He be in there playing drums. You like, what am I feeling? Let me stop these sticks.
but it hit a little differently at that time, and so I just kept exploring it and just kind of going around that community of people that are different, like, because I'm not like a traditional
at all
worship leader, so it was even difficult to find like people of my tribe or just even similar, because I'm a wild child. That's just how
you do trap worship.
I would call it like alternative worship. Like I feel like I'm in a to be honest, if we go in there, right?
Let's go.
It gives me Vaughn and it'll give me Rock Nation vibes.
So that means a lot. And we all grew up.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me to say that is like we all know Vaughn left a gap.
Yes.
We all understand that. So for somebody to be able to walk into that gap, and even when Vaughn left, Will kind of regressed a little bit. So we really had that missing, like, I want to worship, but I'm a rock star. Yeah. And you were able to.
And it's like, she had it in the middle. It's in the middle for her.
Able to bring
absolutely.
that in and able to just show a different side, you know? Yeah. So I think, I would say alternative gospel, like alternative rock gospel.
What's wrong with trap worship?
Nothing at all, because you just,
I thought that
she's from the east side.
I thought
I get it though.
A thing for you.
You know, I got it was a whole huge debate about trap worship.
It was
a whole to do. Like, and I'm like, I don't call myself
alternative. Alternative rock.
No, you're good. It's just that people sometimes they get so caught up in what they think something should be that there's no room for something new. It's like you don't see a repeat in the Bible. Everybody that is like groundbreaking did something different from the next person.
I have so much respect for. I spent a lot of years leading worship. I don't anymore, but God still loves me.
And you have an amazing gift, vision.
Incredible.
Keep going.
No, she's
really
seriously.
And you know what I love?
Keep going.
When you were singing, when Gigi used to sing, I used to love how you would take R&B song
and flip it. I would make that thing
Tony Braxton about Jesus,
because it makes
you mean the world to me.
You do.
You
are my everything.
No, for sure.
You did that. I said
she cold blooded with it.
She is so cold. Yeah.
The church lost her. Anyway, so Akita, I'm gonna get right back. I want to ask you the same question. How do we get to you being the queen of gospel quartet? I said it. You can at me.
No, don't say queen.
At me. I said what I said, because I know I had this conversation with Tima earlier, because I know who they gonna say it is, and I'm all right with them saying that.
Listen.
But you can at me, not her. I said what I said. Go ahead, talk to us about how you got to where you are.
I need a breakthrough.
I'm ready for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come on.
But okay, so don't say queen. You go.
Princess, whatever. I said
I'll
me.
take princess.
The queen.
I'll take princess.
We still love
Queen Quartet is come on.
But you make it look dope.
What did I tell you? I said Evelyn Turkey. So
I'm about to say Lisa knows somebody.
So Doughboy Clay was on a couple weeks ago, and his mom, who would have knew?
Right.
Doughboy Clay's mom is Evelyn Turkey Agee.
Wow.
Yeah, go man.
So that means now you gotta have Toya here.
Listen, and that's his mom.
Right. Yes.
So talk to me about how you got to where you are right now, where we are celebrating this first. Take me on the story. Take me on the journey.
Yeah, well, I was a solo artist at first. I was a solo artist at first. And I did that. I was it was good. I was with JP. Yeah. And
go ahead. Okay. I'm not doing this on the show. No. I have gone a whole season and a half without out in my ops. So go ahead.
I got two exes.
We ain't doing that today. What happened? Go ahead, Queen. Go ahead. I just did a whole season without out my ops. I did 20 episodes without out no ops.
I forgot I was coming.
Okay.
Come on.
Me too. I forgot how my brother is.
Come on.
Well, I was a solo artist.
She's solo.
Then I went, I was doing choirs. I was with choirs. Larry Callahan, SOG.
Shout out to my brother.
New Mercy, Antonio Clark. Rest in peace. And Then my mother, you know, she was in a quartet group with Ann Scott and Heavenly Stars. They had their 50th anniversary. And once they retired, And you said you don't know?
Your mama's a goat.
Okay, yeah. Hey, mommy.
Yeah, your mama's a goat.
My mother is aging backwards. I
Listen,
saw it
like,
no,
today.
literally.
Yeah.
I'm a grown
I said,
40-year-old
Mom,
man, so I'm gonna stay out this conversation.
Right.
Go ahead, because I say what I want to say.
She's aging
fine.
backwards.
Come on with it.
Long story short, though,
Crazy.
they had their 50th anniversary.
It's crazy.
They had their 50th anniversary, and they retired. And my mom, you know, Ann stopped singing, but my mom, she wasn't finished. Her and another, I call her my TT sis, Karen Henry, they were singing with Ann Scott and Heavenly Stars. And they said, hey, we want to keep doing this. My mom was like, Keita, you got it. Like, you have, she said, and I'm grateful to God. You have to go through things, like, vocally. And my mom said, you have it now. She said, you have that, and God is giving you something special. And I prayed about it, and I was like, you know, if I really want to do this, I want to be dedicated, 100% in. And so we started our group, Akita Steen and Fire.
When I say it's fire, I'm talking about fire. You can
Thank
check out your
you.
Instagrams and Facebooks
Yes.
because you want to see somebody work a crowd. Listen, as an artist, I understand about crowd work. I had to steal the mic. Sorry, Gigi, because listen, crowd work is both of these women.
Oh, yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Literally,
Both of y'all.
seriously, her crowd work. Oh, my goodness.
Both of
She
y'all
know
crowd
how
work
to
is crazy.
usher in the presence of God in
You
2
give me like
seconds.
Tina Turner vibes.
Yeah.
Quartet Tina Turner vibes.
That's perfect.
And then you give me like
friend
rock star
Shonda just
vibes
said
where,
that sings with me. Hey, Shonda, I see you on here.
bro, you be so rocked out, you don't even look at the crowd.
She don't.
You just be in
Oh,
your
no.
own world, just like Kurt Cobain.
You know what? Wait, I want to ask you.
Kira sing half the
Kira, I
song with her back to the
It's
She
such
be,
a bad
she be so
idea,
bad
though.
with her crew. She be locked in with her
Yeah.
team so hard.
do.
I want to
I
ask you a
do.
question,
I get
though.
locked in
Does it
bad.
take a long time to come from out of that?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like you be in it so heavy and so deep.
It takes time. Like,
And I just I watched some of her YouTube videos, and I'm like, she is just, oh my goodness, super anointed. And I want to know, how long does it take you to come out of that?
it just depends. I know this sounds
my
so strange, but
goodness,
it
yeah.
does take like time to come down.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah,
Sometimes, like it depends on, of course,
The atmosphere.
It's not always a situation where I have to come down. Sometimes it's a situation like I'm just ready to go. Okay, so but sometimes when I feel like I'm really in the presence, or we're just experiencing like a lot of,
there before you can flow.
you know, sometimes altar calls happen, like
Yes.
like, and when you see people like being healed or just set free, or just you see the Lord just moving in their lives, those kind of things stick with me for a while. Like, I feel like I'm super sensitive to the people around me, that I just feel those things, and I'm just like, okay, sometimes it'd be like a day. Day or two.
Oh yeah,
3-4
my
days, and then I'm like
goodness.
exhausted. I'm like, I have like this burst of energy where I'm like, I can't go to
Yes.
sleep. I'm up. I'm
Yeah,
I can do it again.
Right.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Holy Ghost high.
And then
Yeah.
I crash.
You know, I
So
like that one.
yeah,
That's
that's
awesome,
the
though.
truth though. Like,
Your ministry is just,
Thank
my
you.
goodness.
No,
I admire
definitely.
you for real.
Y'all talk to me about y'all writing processes, because I know for you writing is a different vibe, right? And I know for you, because of what you do, right?
Right.
It's gotta be what it is, right?
Right.
Talk to me about your processes. I'm gonna start here this time.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your process, and then we'll go to Kira.
Well, basically, you know what, y'all, the songs that I've written for the anniversary. You
and this mic keep fighting, Doc.
the songs that
Right.
the songs that were written for the anniversary. I would wake up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would just hear melodies, and God would just start giving me the words to say, and I'm writing it down. I'm recording. I have my phone out recording and listening to it and play it back, and I'll sit up all night. And my husband be like, "Okay, do your thought." She's somewhere else right now. Seriously. So when I write, it's like really, really like late at night. It's late at night, and I have to, like I said, I'll hear the melody. Sometimes I won't start with the lyrics. I'll just hear the melody, and I'll hum the melody or sing the melody, and then like I'll go back to it and do the lyrics.
Do you work with like a beat first, or the producer first? Well, I forgot what I was talking about.
quartet.
Yeah, it's quartet.
Right.
So it's a drive, actually.
Yeah,
it's a drive.
It's a drive, okay? So
No.
Or do you just come up with the words? Or?
Yeah, I can't wait until you guys hear this song I wrote. It's called He Answers Prayers. Okay. And that, oh my goodness.
You're so deep.
Right, she is.
She say for real. She say for real. This one thing I know about these two.
It is.
They say.
And the
they
reason,
say
I
for
want to
real.
say the reason, you know, when I wrote the song, when I took it to the group, like I did the melody, I did everything. And I took it to my musicians and they knew what to do. They picked up on them real quick. But everyone, we couldn't even get through the song. That's how powerful that song was.
That's when it's
powerful.
oil on that joint.
Song was.
Come on.
Yes, yeah.
Kier, talk to me about your process.
My process is kind of all over the place.
Right. It be like that, though.
Sometimes it's literally like you were talking about Love Me to Death. That came from
Ooh, that song give me
a
goosebumps.
son. Father's Day. I'm pretty open about my daddy issues, even though my daddy.
No, we know that.
But you know, it that's something that still I feel like just is a void for me. So a lot of times when I'm in spaces like for Father's Day, for example, it gets tough for me. And we were actually doing, we just talked about this, is so pretty. We were doing Pressing Your Presence, and I just started saying, Father, you love me to death, and now I live. So it was like kind of spontaneous. It wasn't something that I sat down and write, but I kept it in my mind, like, hold on, this might be something. And I kind of went back and worked it, you know, through with my producer. And it was a single, like my first single on my own kind of situation.
I wore it out.
Listen, bro, I ain't gonna cap to you. Yeah, for a season there, I would play this album so much because I was in a place where I felt like I needed something, right?
Yeah.
I remember you dropped that while I was in Dollhouse. I had my own story, you know what I mean? And I was going through it like, all right, God, if this really what I need you to do certain things because this ain't gonna just keep itself open. You know what I'm saying? So I was in a place where I felt like I needed to see miracles performed, right?
Absolutely.
And that thing got me through. When I say through, I'm talking about through. I would text her like, yo, this song right here, this the one. This the one. This the one. And then I found another one. No, never mind. This the one. The river. This the one. I mean the well. The well is the one. I mean
The well. I wrote the well in the car.
Did you?
I wrote the well in the car. It's just a random melody that came to my mind, and I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like this is a song, and it just kind of came about. But it was on my first, not my first record. I don't know, second record or something, and it wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be. So when we redid it, the version you hear now,
yes,
like,
I was gonna.
This is what I wanted it to sound. I wanted it to feel reminiscent of like Maroon 5 and like all the pops, like you know that we love, and just give you like, but you still have a little of us. You know, I don't ever want to do something and exclude my culture and my people. Like so, you know, with the church, we kind of have all went the way of away, you know, from our sound, just from our sound, and like I don't want to abandon that because it's still very much a part of my life. I'm gonna let it go. Hey y'all, shout out to
with y'all processes and stuff. And I know T-Mail, stop looking at me. I know I got too many questions. Okay, I get it. You are the co-host, but listen. All right, so y'all processes, right, and then you get to where you feel like the music is good, right? When you feel like you're ready to drop, like with your process, when do you know you're done? Like when do you know that this is a hit record? Like when do you know this is the one?
I think for me this time around with Revival Part 1, I had to really understand what it was to make a record. Like I have kind of fallen into the let's just sing everything spontaneously and prophetically and put it on a record and see what happens. And it's like, but
a worship experience, a real worship experience.
But you can do both. You know, if you want to be an artist, there has to be something polished about your music, right? For sure. So learning how to balance when to flow and then when to cut and make a record. But for us, I didn't know. I felt like I knew when I was happy with it. Like when I listen down to the record, I'm like, I'm happy with every choice. I'm happy with every, like nobody can come to me and be like,
let's change this. No.
And even if they do, it's like, it's cool because I'm proud of this work that I did. So once I felt proud of the work and I knew that it was exactly what I envisioned and I didn't compromise like what I wanted to hear. Because sometimes producers will come and change your sound.
Bro,
yes, they will.
You can have an idea in mind and they'll make you feel like what you have is not, or you're not, I don't play an instrument. So so well, this is that, and it's like, no,
No.
I want to hear this.
I want this song.
I want to sing this, but I want to trap behind it. Like, yes, I do.
Come
Yes.
on, yes.
This is me. Like, this is my sound.
I knew you was gonna say it.
Or I want heavy guitars. Like, I'm not trying to sound like Sunday morning. That's not the goal for
Come
me.
on, yes.
It's to have an experience, right?
that's
So,
on you.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So for you, when do you know it's a done good product? Like when do you know that thing is ready?
When I feel it. When I feel it in my heart.
Tina, just like Tina.
Yes.
Seriously, when I
Sisters every
feel
now
it in
and
my
then.
heart, and literally, y'all,
You know,
Every now and then, I just like to.
do something a little.
But I know we laughing about it, but I think that is a crazy honor for somebody to really.
Listen.
Because Tina is legendary, looks,
Yes,
legs,
she is.
everything.
She
So
can sing.
if you walking in that package,
You know what?
ain't nothing wrong with that.
And that's the thing, Kira.
it's
Let me
a
tell
whole
y'all.
honor.
And that was my biggest thing with my voice. I have a raspy voice. You know what I'm saying? And Tina, I was
Inspired,
watching her show. Thank you so much. I was watching her documentary on Amazon. It was it on Amazon? I believe it was. And she said she did not like her voice. She said, I hate the way I sound, but everyone, it's getting me millions. People love me. And I'm like, your shows are sold out. You're an icon.
I mean, at like
So-
80, she was.
Yes. And I had to embrace that. Now I've embraced that.
It's killing the game.
And I'm like,
I mean, you really exude. Like, was she one of your influences? Because you exude.
yes,
her, like,
absolutely,
for real.
yes.
That's
Her
crazy.
and I used to look at Beyonce. But I
I can see that. I can see that.
Yes.
Who your influences?
Ooh.
Because
It's
you
so
talking about a lot of
crazy.
alternative music.
Yes.
So
I
know your
like
bag deep.
everything. It's crazy. Of course, I have to say Brandy. Everybody already knows.
Okay, yeah.
If you
Like-
love
Oh,
anything
yeah,
music, you gonna love
yeah.
Brandy. But I also like Paramore. I like.
Me too.
I love Stevie Wonder. I love Tower Power. I love Earth, Wind, and
Yes.
Fire. I was all into rap, so like all of those things.
Yes.
Oh gosh. Everybody, y'all. I really like country music. I
Yeah.
love Taylor Swift. I think she's
I
a
love
dope
yeah,
writer.
I love
Like she's not
I
a
love
great
all
singer,
genres,
but
so
she's
yeah.
No,
so
she's a dope
smart,
writer.
right?
Yeah.
She's so smart with her
What?
minding her business. Yeah, I think she's smart. No, we don't love her. Like she's not gonna sing me down. She's not about to sing me down, but
Exactly.
she
no, yeah.
writes.
Her writing
smart.
is good. Yeah.
She's smart.
Taylor
She's
Swift
smart.
drink beer on a couch.
So do you like? So do you like
Really?
Taylor? What's her name?
No.
Tanner,
Tanner
yeah.
Harrell or something like that. She literally looks like Beyonce, but she's like
Oh,
a
yeah, I like
country.
her.
She is.
She's dope.
And she's dope. She
She's
is
dope.
dope.
I like Rascal Flatts. I like a little bit of
Yes.
everything. Y'all.
Like a little bit of
Yeah.
And y'all know what
You
I
can
really
tell
been
in the
listening
music.
to? A lot of James Brown.
James
Oh,
Brown
yeah.
is fire.
When you
Yeah.
hear
When
Nobody
you listen
can do
to his
that.
music like on like
Man.
a
But
random
that's
ride
right,
to the
though.
grocery
That's
store.
right.
yes, yeah.
It's like, how did this man think of this?
okay.
He one of them
He was-
ones. Like,
yes.
He's one of them
what?
ones.
I love a lot of blues.
That's
The powder is crazy
a lot of
word.
blues singers.
P-O-D-D-B-O-W-D-A, powder.
Yes, that's James.
T-Mail
Like,
is
yeah.
officially T-Mail's part of the show now. We done asked 40 questions. T-Mail ain't got one. Come on, T-Mail.
I know T-Mail looking like, okay, can I
I be feeling
can I
so
chime
bad.
in?
I've been patiently waiting. And I was gonna ask Miss Daffin over here. She was talking about the stage fright earlier. I seen you mention that, in the interview. But Akita mentioned how you got like really good, crowd control. How do you manage to do that, but manage to keep your stage fright from getting in the way of your performance?
I don't think there's a time where I'm never not nervous. Like I don't think that it completely goes away from me, but I think that it is like it's humbling in a sense because like I can do none of this in my own strength. Like this is not about me in a sense. So it's like a check and it helps me to lean more on God and just let him do whatever he's gonna do. And once like I get out of my head, I'm just having fun. I'm just
Yeah.
you can have fun in the presence of the Lord.
Absolutely.
Super deep and super,
Yes.
it's
Absolutely.
therapeutic. So
God, not even deep.
he deep, but he ain't. He's not.
Mysterious. Like they try to make it.
God,
Yeah.
not
Yes.
deep, spooky. The fundamentals are just straight
Yeah.
surface.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you do it well.
Thank
Yes,
you.
you do. Thank you.
Thank
And
you
y'all
so much.
do this in the city of Detroit, where there's so many
Everybody is at
people
everybody.
trying.
Yeah.
And then y'all
But the
stand
cream
out
rise
though.
to the top.
You know what I'm saying? And
Cream
y'all
rise to
stand
the top.
out. You stand out. So I just gotta give you a commotion.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Because it's a lot of people.
I think what's dope about
I was gonna say, it's really crazy with us coming out being like new. I guess they want to call us the new kids on the block. Of course, but my mother has been doing this
I'm an
for
old kid.
over 50 years. Right? Okay, right.
I'm a young
Over
adult on the
50
block.
years. Yeah.
She said I'm a
Like y'all
weirdo.
vets though.
But yeah, so it's a blessing that everyone is receiving us, just supporting us, loving on us, encouraging us. Is amazing.
And-
You got a way. I'm
feels good.
sorry.
Oh, no,
go ahead.
Either you got a way of talking to the people that don't support you. Or the people that don't rock with you, because Akita get on Instagram like, I know y'all watching and y'all don't support me. I only support the people that support me. And if you don't support me and fire, God gonna bless us anyway. I'm like, you better tell them, girl. I be want to watch you like,
Okay.
who did it?
I was just about to say. I was just about to ask. So
bothering you.
her prequel. Go ahead, because you the guest. Let her cook.
No, I just want to know, like, no, seriously, just as a fellow artist, how do you deal? Like, because we.
Oh my God, that was my question. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
How do you deal,
it.
just like mentally?
How do y'all
like,
deal with the
after-
haters?
'cause I
Since
know what we
everybody
can
like
say.
y'all.
Akita be letting them hate
I
me.
just
No,
okay. So the professional way, what I was gonna say is, how do you like
You are so
fake friends
stupid.
or deal with those negative encounters?
Oh my goodness.
That was what I wrote down. But y'all go ahead.
Negative encounters is
Honestly,
insane.
Okay, I like that.
That gotta be something.
You go
I
ahead.
can't be too ghetto when it comes here. Where he won't let me.
Akita gonna let them have it, honey.
No, you have to just be kind to people because you never know who you're gonna need in life. And my mother is teaching me. She said, Kita, they make, baby, because you, like Regina said, I do get on there and I and my mom have to say, Kita, just be calm. Don't worry about what people are saying about you. Don't worry about, it's people who really are, I don't want to say jealous or who really don't rock with Akita Steen and Fire, and they're buying tickets.
Yeah.
They're coming to the anniversary.
Crazy, right?
Your biggest haters gonna be
crazy.
the biggest haters gonna be the ones that support the most.
But are you coming to support or are you coming to spectate?
It don't matter to me.
It don't
Just
matter.
It don't-
make sure you like, subscribe, and share because I know you watching. Hater Rooney, come on back. Keep the party going, as Jesus says.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Because you're just so kind-hearted. You're just
Yes.
so kind-hearted. So you look at everyone who's opposite of you like, what the heck is wrong with you?
Absolutely.
We're nice
And
over
you know,
here.
and when I receive information and say, people, some people will come to me and say, you're so nice, but how are you smiling at this person? And they didn't say ABC about you. And I'm like, well, they said it to you. So,
They
said it, they didn't say it to me. They're not going to dare say it to me. So, you just have to be kind. You just have to be kind.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah,
gonna throw
I know
that
it's
question back
hard.
at you.
Ooh, I
Sorry,
think
my bad. I didn't
it's
cut you
twofold
off,
for
Keita.
me.
My bad.
Like now, I know we love to think that our haters are lying, but sometimes I'm looking to see, is it any truth in the critique? Like, is it
Absolutely.
something that I can do differently? Like,
Yes.
is it
I was
true?
gonna say,
Yes.
Kira live in a holy place, so she probably don't even hear what people
No, I
That nigga be up there.
was gonna
It's
ask
very
her.
much the opposite, though.
Is it? Do you
comes
really?
back.
Does
And
it?
I-
Okay.
and sometimes- No, I don't. I don't know your rank and kill.
She in her own world, man. No, like I don't hear the haters. I am a
do hear
guru.
But I hear that you do.
Yeah,
you
I
just
hear
don't
it.
react,
You'd be
do you?
surprised. Well, I mean, I don't anymore. I used to always try to chase down anything that I heard about myself
Yeah.
and confront it. That's just
too.
where I'm from.
Yes.
This is what you do. We're gonna talk
No,
about
yeah.
it. You know, like what's up?
Did you
Why
say something
what's
about
the
me?
problem?
Is there an issue on deck?
Let's talk about
No,
it.
no,
Like,
we need to talk
but now
about
I
something.
feel like sometimes the haters might be the ones that are the most honest. So if it's something that I can take and I
Yeah.
could,
Fix, yeah.
make different about my
Absolutely.
approach or my performance, or
Yes.
I'm gonna listen.
Yeah. So I think we went through that. We experienced a little bit of that in our first few episodes. Everybody was like, y'all cuss too much, or y'all it's good show, good content, but y'all, and I'm like,
politics is off.
no,
You voted wrong.
I'm like, listen, we gonna be our authentic selves here.
Yeah.
Because authenticity will sell.
Absolutely.
And that thing wins.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I can't be Phil Donahue. I could be the
No.
best Cobain I could ever be
Period.
though. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
But
So
it's just like you said, like you went all these episodes not addressing your ops, and we talked about that before because it's like
I'm so sorry.
I would no, you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't doing nothing wrong. They've been waiting to get you.
They want me to talk about them, but I ain't
them.
giving them no shine on this particular.
But the point,
I
what
like
I'm saying
that.
is,
I love it.
I like
bro.
to let my life make you feel crazy for talking about me.
Yeah.
Like I like to
Yes.
let my fruit, my function,
Yeah.
everything I got going on make you feel crazy, and the people you told it to.
Yes.
Now they looking at you like, oh, nigga, you a hater.
Yeah.
Like she
Absolutely.
actually popping.
Yes. And that's my thing with, you know, if you don't like somebody say, well, I don't like Akita, you know, why don't you like me? Because what did you do to make me
right,
not like
because
you?
you can't just not.
Probably
So-
not. It's never nothing.
And that's
Like,
my
it's
thing.
never like
yeah,
a real
just like,
deep
oh,
issue.
I just don't
It's
like the way she
always-
wear her wigs.
We was
People
at,
look
we
for
was
ways
at-
to be
we was
wrong.
at-
Listen,
Yeah.
wait a minute. I done had to tee out my cap. Wait, she didn't say it. I don't like the way she wear her wig.
She wear a different wig every day. Like,
If you can't afford it, just say you can't afford it, little brokey.
go to crazy,
Okay?
I seen her.
I'm gonna say what you ain't can't say.
oh, come
I'm
on.
gonna be for you.
I seen her at such and
Thanks,
such,
bro.
and she ain't say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't
I've
never
gotten
said
that a
I
lot.
ain't
People
see
think that I'm
you.
standoffish or like rude. I'm honestly, y'all, you know
I
this
know
about
the
me.
vibes.
I'm
Yes.
super laid back.
It has
I'm gonna
always
talk
been.
to
But
everybody.
But she's a
I'm
sweetheart,
not-
though.
I'm just not.
When I met her, when I met Kira for the first time, I talked to her. She was so sweet. But, you know, like you said, people say you standoffish. You have to get to know a person.
Yeah, you gotta first find yourself to be
I won't
friendly.
bite. Come
Yeah.
up to me and
I
speak.
have heard that.
Don't stand from afar and look and say,
Really?
"Oh, there she is."
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. I don't know who you are, so don't look at. Just stare at me and say, "Oh, there she is." Who are you? Like, come and introduce yourself.
And
Hey, girl, I
sometimes,
follow you.
If
So,
I
you know,
talk to you a lot on Instagram, sometimes you don't look like your profile, so I might even notice you. No, I'm not even being shady. I'm for real, y'all. Them
She
pictures
said it.
of me, I can't see you.
She said,
it's
well,
the filters.
yeah, no,
sorry.
no. So from a guy,
Walk around with your.
it's the same for us
It's
when
a
we come
filter.
pick y'all up.
You know what? Don't
And the
lie.
filter don't look like the in real life, and the feet be dirty too.
I just said-
Anyway,
It's the same. Catfish. Catfishing.
and buffs off.
right, we be ugly without the bus.
Take the bugs off.
I just freshly shaved, okay? So I just want y'all to know I'm gonna always keep a fresh doohickey under here.
You over here looking
You ain't got, I'm gonna keep the Bishop Davis on tuck. You hear me? You ain't never gotta worry about it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Fly.
Yes,
I'm so
your
tired.
daddy is fly. Yes, he is.
I done heard this my whole life. First,
like, hey, look,
first they
give me
be
a
like,
VIP ticket.
first they be like, he fine. Then I be like, dang, but I'm the one that wanted you, night.
to my hey.
Anyway,
old is your daddy?
so I was. They always asking that. I'd be like, old enough to be my daddy.
Oh, that's to be my
Daddy, like, come
Anyway,
on.
back off of Greg Davis Sr.
Shout out to the bishop.
Shout out to
Shout out
you
to Bishop.
again.
Hey, Bishop.
Go with God, Bishop.
Right.
Anyway,
What about me?
anyway,
Bishop.
how do you two beautiful, successful women handle being mothers, partners, musicians, entrepreneurs, and maybe even employees or workers or whatever it is that we have to do in our lives to pay our bills? How do you handle and juggle all these things? I'll start here.
Oh, you started with me? Okay.
Yeah, I started there last time.
Oh, I think you did.
Right.
I think for me, I have learned like that. Even though I used to always try to put on every hat and everything. Like, so if I'm in motherhood, I want to be a mother. Or, like, I didn't know how to take off ministry or business hat or, you know, even being a wife. Sometimes I would try to do just juggling instead of prioritizing. If I'm with my kids and I'm with my kids, I have my mom hat on, and this is the hat that I have. Like, I'm
Absolutely.
not. I don't want to talk about. Can you come sing at my church? I don't want to talk about. Can you come and give us a set list for this? Or, like, I can't. I have to literally focus one compartment at a time.
Yes.
So when it's business time, my kids understand, and then they have that fulfillment because they know when it's their time.
Absolutely.
I'm with you. Yeah. Then they're not like fighting for my attention in some
Yes,
strange way
absolutely.
because they know Mama
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I love it.
She in business
Now
mode.
she's in-
yeah.
yes,
Let her be in
absolutely.
business mode.
That happens. I'm telling you, I've watched
Don't get that yet.
I've watched artists and entertainers that I've known personally that grew up and they traveled, you know, and their daughters and kids were left at home.
Yeah.
And you can definitely see the difference
Wow.
Yeah.
in those
Yeah.
children who didn't feel that secure attachment with their mother.
Yeah.
Because the mom was out earning, right? So I'm a double back, but go ahead. Let me know how you're able to juggle these things.
I was gonna say I really agree with Kira. It's the same with me as well. I have to make sure I separate all of those. You know, it's family first, and I tell my group that as well. If y'all have something going on with y'all family, it's family then ministry. So what, you know what I'm saying? That's the most important. If y'all have an emergency with your family, and when I'm with my husband and my daughter at family time, I don't want to talk business at all. Don't call me with anything. The anniversary when my mom said, you know, and it's so we're going crazy right now with the group, out of town guests and all of that. My mom said, don't call Akita for nothing. And Jamel, he's our director, creative coordinator, director with the anniversary.
Shout out to the Headline Agency.
What up, Jamel? Yeah, he was like, don't call Akita, call me. Like, don't, like literally. You know what I'm saying? So
Gotta free up that load. And what I watched too, I think growing up, I watched a lot of pastors and preachers and people that did not do that.
absolutely.
And what you have is a lot of residual dust, whether it's negative or positive from that, right?
Yes.
You have people who are still broken and like they have that abandonment.
Yes.
And it's
absolutely.
deep rooted because of their parent being on the road or making those sacrifices, right? I think, I don't know, watch my personal self, my dad, right? He was doing his thing on the road,
Yeah.
you know, and I wasn't really there. He wasn't there at all, a lot,
Right.
until I was probably about 14, 15.
Wow.
You know, I went probably 3-4 years without seeing my dad, and he was doing his thing. So I can understand for you guys to be able to make that sacrifice and say, you know, this is priority. That just shows me that your children and your family is number one.
Yeah.
You know, we can't
Absolutely.
lose that. Whoever out there, don't lose that.
Don't
Okay?
lose that.
Don't lose that vibe. You got to make sure that family is number one, even when we doing ministry and these things, because you'll look up and your family be out here in the streets. You done saved the nation and lost your house.
Absolutely. Yes. And
Literally.
then life
that
is so
so
precious.
much.
It's
Yeah.
here today, gone today. And it can be, you know, not, you know, anything tragic. You can be somewhere at grocery store and somebody just come in crazy and just shoot at, you know what I'm saying? That's why I always put my family first.
Yeah. And I
Because you
believe,
just never know. We're not going to be here always, you know?
and I believe like your family should be the first to partake in your first fruits.
Absolutely.
So your ministry,
Oh,
your
yes,
life, your money,
absolutely.
all the things that your
Yes.
family should be the one that get the best of you first.
Absolutely, yes.
Like I understand how you feel because as a PK, you always feel like you got the least
Short
of your
end of the stick,
parent, and
yeah.
everybody got
Yes.
the best of your parent. And I feel like just experiencing that, or even just that being my understanding as a child, right?
Yes.
I want to make sure that my kids are first partakers of me before
Yes.
anybody else, before I give myself to the world, before I go out and travel and do all the things. I want my kids to know that they're first for me. So when they see me, or if I'm gone for a few days, it doesn't affect them as much. Of course, your kids are gonna miss you, but
Yes.
it's not to a point where they feel neglected and they start acting out and they start like our kids. You know, we got pandemic kids, so they missed a lot of school.
Yes.
My dad died during the pandemic, and we had a lot of recovery to do as a family.
Absolutely.
So my first priority, once everything opened back up, was not to just rush out in the streets. It was to make sure that my kids were okay first.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
then when it's time to go, I can go. You know, and I don't have that, you know,
Wow.
guilt, that mom guilt that comes with.
Absolutely, yes.
doing what you
with
do.
ministry, yeah.
No, the
Yeah,
crazy
Miss Daffin, she mentioned something earlier, made me think
This
of a
Miss
question.
Daffin, she our age,
Yeah,
nigga.
yeah.
Crazy, right?
made me think of a question when you talked about earlier mentioning people like kind of separate from the church. And you know, growing up in church, we've heard all our lives that you know the last days are coming. You know, so
Lord.
with you seeing
Last days.
are coming, right?
It's wild sauce.
So with you seeing, you know, the people separating everything, do you feel or do you think? How do both of you ladies think about? Is this the last days of the church?
No, I don't think it's the last
Ooh,
day.
Ty
of the
Tribbett.
church.
Good Ty Tribbett question. Hey, go ahead. It's the real journalist here, y'all.
No,
Come
I don't think it's the
on.
last days of the church. I think that. So I
Don't be
believe
scared.
I'm not.
Don't
I'm
be scared to
just,
say it. This the right show to
gathering my
say it
words.
on.
I'm just gathering my thoughts.
This the right show to say it
I was
on.
gonna say because
I'm
my mom said you
gathering
have
my
to be
thoughts.
very careful.
Yeah.
I know, y'all
On
do.
what to say.
I don't think it's the end of the
I know
church.
y'all do.
Right.
I know.
So, but what I
They
do
tune in
believe-
because they know I don't give a damn. So, you know.
No, I don't think it's the end of the church. What I do believe is that it's the rising of a remnant. So that's the reason why you do see a lot of corruption that's supposed to happen.
I agree.
So that the ones that are pure and pure in heart are able to rise up and be set apart. Like that's real holiness. I believe that we're gonna begin to see a holy church rise up before we see the church completely, disappear. I think we're about to see the ones that are true. And that are not after a platform, that are not prophesying to you for profit, that are not
authenticity,
corrupt, that
authenticity.
are not
Yes,
the ones that
For profit is crazy work, but they doing it.
love God,
They
and
still
that
doing it.
and are ones that believe that miracles, signs, and wonders are examples or a drawing for those to believe that he is God and not for a prophet. Because I think that why we don't see it in church is because our motive is to convince people that we are something that we're not, instead of convincing them that Jesus is real. Like any instance that you see in scripture about him healing someone, he says to go and tell, right?
Yes.
So it
Go
was
tell my
never
people who
about
I am. Yes.
it was never about look what the Lord did for me in a sense, but it was look at what the Lord can do.
Come
right?
on.
Look at who he
You better
is.
preach.
The one that's been prophesied from old to new is here. He's here in the flesh now.
Absolutely.
So I don't know. I view it a little differently. I don't think that the church is done. Clearly.
No.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, and I agree. I agree with what she said. You're gonna see those pastors that are authentic, that are real, and not just trying to gain a profit or doing it for show.
That profit word is real.
Absolutely,
Rich.
absolutely. So I totally agree with her 100%. I don't believe the church is dead. Also,
fine line to all of that though is the fact that if you are dedicating your life to this and you say yes to this, at some point, business does come in.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not
right. And I don't
yeah.
doubt that the people don't understand that. My question to you guys is how, I won't say how, like what switch or when does the switch click for you to be like, okay, especially for you, Karen, because you live in the holy.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yes. Kara be deep. Like she really is deep in her worship.
On stage, you're singing to us backwards.
Sorry.
It's smoke all in the room, whether you have a smoke machine or not. I don't care. Whenever you sing, there's smoke in the room.
It's the natural smoke.
The burning bush.
Like that switch for you where it's like, oh God, we love you to death. Where my check? We love you.
Like, when does that click?
Oh, okay, I get what you mean. So
and also because you were with Tasha Cobbs. Tasha just experienced some
Oh God.
I'm sorry if you watch.
I don't know if you signed NDAs. I might have to put this over here to you. But how do you prevent?
That's what I'm
like. How do you prevent like bad business? And because what she really did to me was it was bad business, and then she emotionalized it with her fan base because this is spiritual worship type of work. I don't like that. How do you prevent that holy place resident you are? How do you prevent that from messing up the business?
Oh, okay. So for me, I cannot speak for Tasha. I don't know what that situation was.
I'll tell you
like,
all about it.
I can't speak to that. I can tell you what I know personally is that she's always upheld her end of the bargain. Whatever it is that she says she wanted to do or needed to do or was going to do, she always did it. So I don't know if this is just a moment that was just
honestly, I said I just think it was just a double booking. It was just
it could have been.
Double booking.
I literally do not know. That's the real. I don't know. But for me, in order for me to just stay in a place where I can just only ministers, I have a manager that handles all the things for me.
People to hear.
So that all I need to do is get on the stage and minister and sit down. But the business, it includes me, of course. I know what my contract says. I'm very aware. But the business is not my ministry.
So look, this is a place that I had to get to, right? Because I struggle with this, and this is something that T Mill and I always talk about, and Caesar, where I hate when people come to me talking about business and money and stuff, right? Because I'm just so focused on being
it makes
Cobain
it weird.
and being like the person, right? I don't want to get into that with you. I don't want to lose the relationship that we could possibly have once I drop to you what I really want.
Yeah.
So I've had to learn. He's been teaching me like, bro, you have to. Your value is your value.
Absolutely.
You have to ask for your value. Stop giving stuff out for cheap prices and little stuff just because you like. That's my friend. Like, that's cool. And your friend is coming to you because your friend understands what you bring to the table. You don't understand who you are yet.
Yes. Really talking. My best friend,
My goodness.
Jeff Benson, one of
Oh, hey, Jeff.
incredible.
Amazing.
Yes.
Incredible.
Hello.
And he loved God for real.
He really
Yes.
does.
Like, Jeff really loved God. And I literally was in his ear like, dog. Let these people pay you, bro. Like,
Not to.
he
Business
he
is
really
business.
loved God, and I mean, his business is on point now, but it was just it's real people like that. Like, they just have a real big heart for God, and they forget the business part. So you say you don't want nobody coming to you, I ain't like that. Come to me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read every page of this contract, and I'm gonna submit mine back to you.
Yeah,
Like,
but I always feel
Absolutely.
like
I had to
just
get
feel
2
like
mil a
it's
season.
smart too to just have a somebody in the middle.
Yeah.
you know
You
that
have
can
to.
say that you can go to and even vent it out like this ain't right.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it for this, or
absolutely.
I will do it for this. Or tell them don't worry about this, because there are I don't charge
Absolutely.
for every single thing that I do. Like I understand that sometimes there's a seed that needs to be sown. I understand that sometimes people just don't have it, and I'm not the kind of person like if you're not paying me, I ain't coming. Like, but
What's your
also don't take
budget?
advantage of me. You get what I'm saying?
We can work with the
Like,
budget.
Knowing what the balance is for this whole thing is a real thing. Because some people will absolutely have it and be like, well, you're going to have 1 million views on this.
No, they are.
because you're on my
They
platform.
do.
I've had a lot of people
So-
do me like that too. And I'm like,
And-
hey, I don't want to be on your platform.
Because
don't
I have
care.
my own
Okay,
platform.
This is silly.
You hear me?
Don't tell me
Listen,
that.
I'm
though.
in that
No,
bag.
I'm okay.
Let's work
Ooh,
together,
I'm
but
in that
don't tell
bag
me.
right now. I'm in that
Right.
one bag right now. Like, I don't really need. I got my own to talk on my own show. So
Absolutely.
No, so she said something, about just pertaining to the business wise. Like at one time I was DJing and it was a preacher. What happened? They had me come, do a Halloween. Me and my wife,
At the
she
church?
came along. We did at the church, right?
Okay.
Hallelujah night.
Right.
Okay.
Like this
Yeah.
is the like safe Halloween, right? So what they're doing
man.
is
Safe
they're
Halloween.
right. They're
That's so crazy.
having their own like entertainment. So I was the DJ, so I got the set together with all the gospel and all that other stuff. And I don't know why, but preachers will play with you, because like
Yeah, they will.
the lady that asked me to come, because honestly, it don't have anything to do with God. I'm just a good person, And so the lady asked me about, would I be able to come, and she just started forcing pay on me. So I was okay with it, okay, y'all gonna pay me. So that's what I was expecting now, So when end up doing the event, basically, standing around, how that go at the end. I don't see no envelope.
Not the church, not the musician stand.
Yeah.
Trustees to come out.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Got a blood in the car.
And I believe, God is in all of us. You know what I mean? And so at that time, in my mind, me and God tore that church up. You know what I mean? Because you didn't want to give me.
He flipped the table again.
Yeah. But because I'm a good person, like I said, like
Be a God
I
tore
just-
the church up.
Yeah.
Insane.
So what I did was I just let it, roll off and just left or whatever. But that was just wow. Yeah. Moving forward,
You have to business is business.
Yeah.
No matter if it's
Give me my
ministry,
10%,
whatever it is.
Give me my 10%.
Up front.
For you too, though.
Seriously.
Business is
If I'm
business.
coming-
But like we can't approach. One thing I learned that even if there is no money, there is a contractual understanding.
Yeah.
right?
Absolutely.
So
Business,
business is
period.
and it's nothing wrong with saying, "This is what you want. Okay, here you go. This is my contract, and I need my money as soon as I walk in the door." And then I don't want to wait after
it.
church.
Like
It's
I love
okay.
the
It's
good-hearted people
okay.
of the church
Absolutely.
now. Like our generation, our group, like we grew up in church. Like we love God for real. Like I said, it's to you again, Jeff. I'm glad that it's an
Yes.
understanding now that I can serve God, I can be in ministry, and I can capitalize on myself at the same time. So it's respect to all y'all that do it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
No, definitely. I do think that there are boundaries that we have to set for ourselves personally when it comes to business in general. And church is one of those places that you definitely have to do it because it's a hospital and them people in there are not all healed. You hear me?
Absolutely.
Like I said, on the side, you know, I didn't. Shout out to the pastor that tried not to pay me.
You're crazy.
We know the story. Praise the Lord, saints. Amen, hallelujah. Amen, hallelujah.
The nosy in me want to say, what?
I want to too.
Okay, so I'm glad you
open up this box.
Let me get my
tell us.
yeah. So
open this box.
so this reverend tried to play on my top, and
Oh my God.
what happened was
I'm
this what
scared.
happened. So I went to.
Is the Reverend from here?
He is from here. He's from the east side too.
That east
I would be
side.
petty and shout that out, but I don't want to. The reason why I don't want to is because I ain't giving him no clout on my platform. Feel me?
Absolutely.
But you know I
There you
call your
go.
name. I swole you
Don't-
out on
don't-
Facebook.
don't-
Anyway,
don't
so
cross.
Spray some special holy oil.
I sprayed all right, and it wasn't oil. Anyway, so the Rev tried not to pay me for my drumming for the day, and I called him and we went back and forth on the phone. He didn't answer. So back in these days, I don't know if y'all remember before the iPhones, they had those kind of like phones that flipped and they were like the text and you can close it, but it would still be on. So I'm leaving a voicemail like, hey, I ain't get my money, blah, blah, blah. Close the phone, but the call ain't in. So he heard me talking to the homies. He called me right back then like, oh, you're here? Yeah. So he like, all right, you can meet me at my house then to come pick up your money. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go to the house. Something in my brain was like, why he not invite me to the church to get my money? Normal pastors tell you could pull up to the church. They don't tell you come to their house.
Yeah.
So I end up going to the house. When I get out, he come outside with basketball shorts on and Jordans, like he ready to on some other type of time.
Oh, you gotta tell me this after off.
So listen, so I'm like, so when he come out, you know me, I'm from the east side, so instantly when he started talking crazy, you know, wop, his wife, she like, yeah, if you hit she come to the door with a gun. She like, if you hit my husband one more time, I'ma shoot you.
Oh, one more time.
No problem. Give me 1 second.
So you went to go get his invitation to the Lord.
I went to my car and said I had already came with my sword of protection because I was already thinking that I brought my Bible and all my rods and staff that come from me. I was ready.
Okay.
So when I pulled out my slingshot for Jesus and for David and Goliath,
Your Bible.
when I pulled out my Bible, I'm the one.
I
Yeah.
love this Sunday school.
So I end up
This is like the message Bible.
So I end up casting 3 stones in the air. And as I cast the 3 stones in the air,
Okay.
I went to work and the police came and got my ass.
Really, bro?
Yeah.
God
I
said,
end up-
go see.
I
God
end
said,
up
go
getting
get my
time.
disciple.
I end up getting time.
Come on, Paul.
And end up doing, that was the thing there. That was my lot to carry that time. I ended up going to jail for 72 days behind that. I had a felony on my record for a lot of years and stuff behind that. So when I say I've lived church, I mean I've loved church, went through it at church, slept at church, cleaned the church, the toilets, all that. I am church.
Wow, yeah.
Went to jail for church
man.
because he didn't pay me.
For the
And
Lord.
the prosecutors literally was like, he was older and I was young and it's just what it was. It was, I got bumped, railroaded and I ended up, not having to do what they wanted to do, but I had I had some dealings with church.
Yeah.
So I had to forgive a lot of stuff. I don't have nothing on my record now, thank God.
That's awesome.
You know what I'm saying? I've done
thank
the
you,
work
Jesus.
to be able to repair my life. But this man literally tore my life up for 5 to 7 years because he didn't want to pay me because he had an attitude problem.
Wow.
Grown ass man.
And told you to come to his
And
house.
told me to come to his house. So when I went there, I whooped his ass. Anyway, let's get this going because y'all know I get mad. Come
some
on.
blessed hands.
Look at my head.
But bro,
I'm sweating.
you know what? I want
started
to know,
sweating.
but I want to tell you this.
You talking about St. Lazarus?
I understand what you went through then in the past, but I'm so proud of you now.
Crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Because you have really, really changed.
Yeah, for
I'm
sure.
very proud of
For
you.
sure.
And God is just blessing you over and over and over again.
Thank you,
So I'm
sis.
happy you not, there.
No, yeah. I forgave church. I forgave the people. I was able to build my relationship back with God.
Absolutely.
Authentically.
And now look what he's doing for
Yes.
you.
I mean, because they watching.
Absolutely. Yes.
still watching.
Absolutely.
They still watching.
They're
Trust
always
me.
gonna
I see them in the
watch. And they're
all the
always
time,
going to
so.
want to hold you
And
to
some-
who you used to be.
Yeah.
That's why I think it's so good to hear you know for sure. Like,
yeah.
You know
this
what
is
you did.
my
Yes.
relationship,
Yeah.
and nobody else is going to dictate, you know, how I feel
Absolutely.
about God.
I am totally free when it comes to my relationship with Christ. I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place mentally when it comes to my relationship. You know, I am very understanding of things and everything when it comes to like religion and people being weird. So I'm in a good space. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't let that dictate because, you know, they do be being weird. They do be being weird.
Yes, absolutely. They do.
We just had this
Right.
conversation with Charity. Charity, they are very weird and they like to put you in a box and like do all these things. So I am at a free place. You know, I've forgiven the man, I've forgiven his family, I forgave everybody, even the wife. You know, I forgave him because I'm doper than them. I've been doper than them. I was doper than them when I was playing at their church. That's why they could only pay me $50. So it was the principal woman. It was the principal.
Wait a minute.
Yes, this was that.
Changed everything.
say-
You
You
about to
not-
go to jail for $50.
I did. But this
Really prayed on that.
I was 24. I was 24. Hey, I was 24, so I was
bro.
still hot and young. And back then, I would beat your ass for pulling over on the light the
I was
wrong
gonna say,
way.
yeah, you was high.
I used to be.
Oh,
I
yeah,
used
he
to
always
be
been
wild when I was younger. So
high
like,
head and bullheaded.
like,
oh,
listen to me. It was the point. It was the principle because you're not gonna play with my
Disrespected
top,
you.
bro.
Yeah.
Church,
Yep,
and then think about this,
absolutely.
bro. Church and these pastors has gotten away with stuff for so long that how much do you take before you finally say, "I'm whooping one of y'all ass"?
How many times you
But you said
Ass is in the Bible. It's the Bible. It's in the Bible.
it's not the same.
Was that
Oh,
seven-
God. It was
It's a donkey.
was the 72 days worth of $50?
Well, today she's in Nazareth. She's in Nazarene. It's with us. Whatever.
Was the 72 days worth of $50?
No, but let me tell you what was worth it though. Standing on fucking business.
Oh, God. I
was
gotta
worth it.
Okay, this is
Okay,
my life
I will give you back
I'ma
to T-Mail.
just go.
But anyway,
I said my life.
standing on business was worth it for me personally because that man ain't played with nobody else since then. I ain't played with nobody else since then because he know you have to learn that there are consequences behind your actions. Just because you're a pastor, you don't give free reign to dog and do whatever you want to do to people.
Absolutely. It's
the
respect.
civil
It's a
rights
level of respect.
leader.
I had a job and everything.
For
I was
the
straight
drummers.
financially.
Or you was no, I'm talking about you don't know what I'm about to say.
Go ahead.
You was
You
our
was
Malcolm
the civil
X.
rights leader for
The musicians?
church
Let me turn this
musicians with churches who don't have a budget for their music department.
Probably so, because it's a lot of us though. That's the thing though. If you got somebody like me who will do that, right? Imagine how many are struggling in those situations and not saying nothing, right? Or the parent or the pastor is abusing it or doing what he want, or here 35. I mean, I ain't got 50 this
'Cause
week.
I could understand
right?
you don't got the budget, but just don't gaslight me. Don't play with my mind about
Right,
it.
let me make the decision and
Yeah.
say, you know what? Oh, you can only do 50. Okay,
Yeah.
I can
Don't
work
don't
with that.
tell
You
me
know
that
what I'm saying?
God told me to do this.
And a lot of
And
these
try
churches
to
ain't
trick
doing
me and try to
Yeah,
trick
don't.
me and say the devil done got at me.
Yeah.
Don't do
Right,
that.
right.
yeah,
And then a
no.
lot of these churches really ain't paying too much shit anyway, to be honest with you.
Nothing.
Oh my God, I feel like Chris on my own show. Okay, this is what I be telling C's. I edit the cusses out for y'all.
My
But anyway.
kids, I'm so sorry.
Oh my God, we so sorry. Okay,
I
anyway.
turn man off.
But like I was saying, yeah, I do feel like I stood on principle. I feel like it was just what I needed to do at that point in time. Did I regret it? I probably regret the shooting part, but the standing on business.
should.
No, I shouldn't, because no.
You couldn't shoot people for $50.
Why not? Whatever.
But you know what? Like
Anyway.
he said, he was young.
I was.
Yeah.
You know, you
I know
learn,
people
you
that
live
died
and
for
you
10.
learn. Oh,
I mean, we talking about Detroit.
like you
People
said,
got
it's
to
the
listen to that.
principle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
That's a Detroit
yeah.
thing.
That is
The
a
audacity
Detroit
of you.
thing.
To not pay me after I come do
Yeah.
the job you asked me to do.
It's the
Somebody
audacity.
said Greg is going to be Greg.
Yes.
Tell them I love them.
know that.
And that's why
Yes,
this is the
he
Cobain
is.
Report. Now, this has been T-Mail. You got something else? Because you know before I do it, you always come back with a question after I do it. You ready?
We good.
You good? Okay. It's been a great episode. I have
Yes.
2 Detroit legends here. Yeah, and y'all know I'm gonna be me. I love y'all, and I thank y'all for coming. I'm gonna give y'all one round to tell us what's coming up next, what we can look forward to. I know you got something coming tomorrow we will be a part of. So I'm gonna start here this side. Let us know Instagrams, what you have coming out, and all that good stuff. You can talk to the hard camera.
So, I'm looking to release a single really soon. And I will be at, what is it called? Oh, She Won't Fail.
Yes,
June 1st
She
in
Will
Detroit
Not
at C-Tap
Fail.
with my sister, Shayna Wilson Williams.
Hey, Shayna.
So, ladies, gentlemen, come out and
Yes.
support. And yeah, that's where I'll be in the meantime.
Woo,
But I'm excited.
woo, 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 woo.
Super excited.
We appreciate the ladies coming out. Check us out on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Follow the brand, blessed_Detroiter. Go with God. You be blessed.
That's right. Keita, what you got going?
Tomorrow is our first anniversary. Akita Steen and Fire. And we have our single out, Breakthrough, and we're working on new music. We're hitting the studio right after the anniversary. Like,
Yes.
I'm just
like Tina Turner.
Come on.
You go.
working.
When you were a young boy, did you have a puppy?
I was about to be so messy right there. I'm so glad y'all started singing because I was gonna say you gonna be at your recording.
Trap
Right?
that out. That's true. You made it.
You know what? I cannot. I can't with him. Greg gonna be Greg.
Listen,
Greg is gonna be Greg.
we wanna be so messy
Yes, you
sometimes.
do. Oh,
Like,
man.
subscribe, and share. Thank y'all for tuning in to the
I
Kobe
didn't get my
Report.
turn.
Sorry, Gigi,
come
we
on,
over here
Gigi.
sidebar. Please tell us about the book.
Let's go, Gigi.
I need to know about the book. Tell our ladies where to find the book. Come on with the book.
That is so funny. GigiFernando.com for everything. I
Yes.
do have incredible books lined up. I'm super
Come
excited about
on.
that.
Congratulations,
And I just wanna thank
G.
y'all because it's 2 girls here.
Yeah.
And that's so cool. And
Who around the world?
Outnumbered.
Who around the world?
I just really do have love for y'all. Like,
Thank
for real,
you.
for real.
Yes, G.
We
I was like,
share
I love
common
you.
love for music.
Yes,
Yes.
And I do not do
absolutely.
music anymore, but I swear I would do music with y'all.
Well, you
Write,
Yes.
sing,
So-
vocals,
Okay,
whatever. I would
yes.
do that for you.
Yeah.
To only.
Oh, wow.
Seriously.
A good quartet drive coming in.
Nah, this is
on.
documented, right?
Right.
G.
But I
Hold
can't
on.
do that.
This is documented, right?
No, I'm
Don't you
serious.
go
I was like,
missing.
G, because I
don't
can
think
see
when
you
the
with
time
Kira.
for that.
Yeah, I
I can see you with Kira. I can see you
Don't
with
go
Kira.
missing
for
on
real.
me,
I'm not
girl.
good enough for what you do.
No, yes.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I know we gotta go. I know.
No, the other thing.
But
we all look at T-Man when it's time to go.
Like,
the level
real
of
boss.
like that, the backgrounds, like you have. This was my issue with singing background. Like, and this is my struggle. You have to hit every note right the first time.
The very
yeah,
I can't
absolutely.
and with
do
other
that,
people
like-
at the same time. So.
Yeah, I'm more
yeah.
of a free type of.
Like, okay, I'm gonna be all.
That's me.
Thank you, bro.
I
Thank
can't be
you
like,
so much.
I can't. I gotta flow in
My
mine.
note.
Thanks so much.
I don't know how
bro.
Akita be doing it. She sing and do all the movements at the same time. I be
Hair don't move.
Y'all, it's
heels.
work. Trust me, it's work.
In heels.
It's a lot of practice.
In
It is.
heels.
Yeah.
Bruh, crazy
I
work.
will write for you.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't.
Because I want with our group, we have a different, unique sound.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, y'all heard
y'all do.
Breakthrough. Yeah, we have a
Definitely
different,
do.
and I want it different. I don't want that old school, traditional quartet.
Y'all
But,
kick
and
me
I
out,
love
man.
it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, to each his own. But I wanted
got
something different. I wanted to be unique.
Yeah,
You already got
found
something
your
different
bag.
going. I think you definitely are in the right niche, both of you ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I love the vibe. So, all right, we about to get out of here, y'all. I can't say what I normally say because they gonna be crying. So I'm just gonna say it's a wrap, Jesus.
Yeah. So I was like,
boring.
Kira, she was
So boring.